Alrighty, folks, how's it going? How's it going? This is it. Today's the big day, big match today. Jesse is taking on the Wonder Kid, Tani, who is absolute prodigy. I think their match is going to get started soon here in just a moment. I don't think they've officially started the game yet, but they'll be starting any second now. In the meantime, I should probably set the format command because everyone's probably going to be wondering about the format. And the format's actually going to be very simple. Where's our command? There we go. It's going to be 60 minutes of 5+1, 45 minutes of 3+1, and then 25 minutes of a 1+1. Who's ready? Who's excited to see Uncle Jesse on the big stage? They are live on twitch.tv/chesskid if you guys want to see the video. Looks like game has started. We'll be able to find it here. Yeah, there we go. Looks like Jesse is white the first game. Let's get the clocks. There we go. And it looks like Jesse's playing. Did he play London system? I think that's a pretty wise choice, actually, from Jesse. I think the London is going to be the solid weapon that you need against the young super tactician. Because the thing about Tani, guys, this kid is just an absolute beast when it comes to tactics. Like, he's just super, super fast at Puzzle Rush, and he's a very, very fast blitzer. As I experienced in my match with him, he would just completely out blitz me on the clock in any kind of situation. Jesse said he's going to try to board Tani to death. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. I mean, that's a little bit what I tried to do as well, but it didn't quite work out for me. I do like Jesse's position so far. I think he has some very nice pressure, and I think this is exactly what you want to get as white against most kids, actually. Just some kind of small positional pressure where they have to figure out how to defend. And yeah, very annoying now. He's pushing h5 and trying to trap the bishop. So good stuff, Jesse. Let's get the format command in. Yeah, Tani is an FM. All right, info command is now live. Actually, let's add the move sounds so you guys can hear the moves. Yeah, looks great for white. Light squares are extremely weak here. I would say black is completely busted. Bishop d3, queen c2 coming next. But this is the thing. I had a lot of good positioning against Tani, and he would really hold a lot of them. So it's not going to be easy. But this looks pretty brutal. Queen g4 coming. Light squares are really weak. Queen g4, king g2, rook h1. Hopefully Jesse can convert this one. Because we're rooting for Jesse here, guys. Can we see some Jesse emotes in the chat? let's show our support for the old man. Okay, he has a very tough opponent in front of him. I can tell you that. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Okay, trades queens takes on b5. Yeah, so I wanted to say um, this is a real mismatch of styles. I mean, these styles could not be more different. Tani, super young, very tactical. Jesse never met an endgame he didn't like. You know, always goes for the queen trade. I mean, he was just mating the kid on the light squares, but goes for the endgame. I'm sure he'll convert it, but the thing is, I'm not sure. The the closer this game gets to bullet or the bullet phase, the worse Jesse's chances are in these games. That's what I think. So I think Tani has a great chance in the time scrambles, which means Jesse has to stay up on the clock, which right now he is. He's got 50 seconds, and I don't know. I think he has to be very decisive with his conversion. Okay, here's some kind of switchback, like bishop e2, bishop g4 looks tempting. White is still doing extremely well, but it's not as dead as it was, I think, a couple moves ago. Thanks, German, for the 18 months. Whoa, he resigned. That's surprising. I wonder why he resigned. The game was not over. I mean, bishop h3 is a threat, but you can go king f7, for example. It's not a great position, but yeah, it seems a bit early. Tani showing a lot of respect. Okay, for some reason, it didn't automatically. Having trouble finding their game, which is weird. Can do that, but then it's yeah. Hopefully, I don't have to find every game. Weird. Having trouble following it. Well, we'll try to figure it out. Okay, this game was a French. Let's back up and see the moves. So Tani goes for the bishop g5 system, trades on e7, f4. Yeah, these positions are pretty double-edged. But here he opts to castle kingside. Big decision for white, whether to go queenside or kingside. I think kingside is safer. Now Jesse executes the classic plan with bishop a6, knight d4, takes, castles, takes. Okay, well, black has traded off the bishop. I would say generally black is fine in these positions. So knight gets to hop into e4 and you get the c file. But white always has chances with f5. So definitely some attacking chances for Tani. Is there a way to flip the board? There's got to be a way to flip. How do we flip it? Not sure. Okay, queen d3, rook b6, and there he goes, f5. Yeah, David is doing the coverage on Chesskit. Okay, Queen H4. Jesse doesn't like being talked down to, so he's going for the counterplay. Try X. Oh, X. Thank you, Jarrett. Thank you so much. Nice. Oh, you Googled it. Smart. I'm not sure why it says 1.4 Tani. I'm sure that's an error that they'll probably fix. But yeah, so far 1-0 for Jesse. Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting match. I mean, I would say Jesse's best chances are in the slower controls, like the 5-1 and the 3-1, because then he can use his time if needed and try to outplay the kid. Um, but it'll be very interesting. I mean, if Jesse doesn't win this one, oh man, that's rough. And it's just over for us old guys. I mean, compared to Tani, I'm also kind of a dinosaur. So if Tiny beats Jesse, at like 10, 11 years old, whatever he is, damn, then it's, oh man, that's already, yeah, I mean, we just got no chance. I mean, he's got, he's got so much potential. Yeah, that's right. I'll be playing tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, King E7, I think, would be very risky there because still a lot of pieces on the board and your king would just be exposed. I think King G8 is correct here. Now Jesse's finally getting the rook back into the game. Can't see how old is he? I'm not sure. I think he's close to my age. Let's see. We can do different pieces. Oh, there we go. Oh, there are those nice chess.com pieces. Wow, my eyes had to like readjust. Yeah, good call. All right, guys, let's get some predictions going. Maybe Ahmad wants to do predictions. If we have someone, or maybe we'll just do one big prediction for the match. Yeah, I'll just do one big one. I think I'm gonna cancel this one actually, and give you guys more time. 1 second. I meant to give you guys more time, but for some reason it didn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you guys will have 5 minutes to get your bets in. All right, there we go, guys. Predictions are open. Yeah, not sure how these ChessKid ratings match up to FIDE. It looks like ChessKid is actually the only rating system where your online rating is lower than your FIDE rating. Because Jesse, he's like, 2450 or something. Tani's like 2300, I think. So these ratings are actually lower. It's pretty funny. By the way, I brought some popcorn, aka veggie chips. Very healthy. So this is gonna be exciting. That man, King H4. Jesse is hunting this king. What happened here? Tani let him in. But now Jesse has 2 minutes to figure this out. And black has issues because can't really move the rook because of rook f8. Maybe h6, but white will play rook takes f7 probably and kind of get out of the mate. Goes h6. I think somewhere we're going to see queen e4 check and going into the endgame. Yeah, queen g6 was also possible with a nice trick. If rook takes f7, queen g4. That was kind of a... But the problem with queen g6, maybe white can take the knight. Queen takes f2. So here rook f7 looks natural. But Tani's thinking, he's calculating with both hands here. Oh, he's in puzzle rush mode. Oh, Jesse's done. Let's see. No, Tani doesn't look happy. He's got 20 seconds. He's very calm under severe time pressure. He does have the 1 second increment. .98. Now the king, yeah, maybe goes to the center because here we have fewer pieces and king can be active. Okay, g7 hanging. Can you go queen g6? He goes king f7, offering repetition. King e7. Oh, that's smart. Now the knight has to go to b7. Black gets some time. A pawn hanging, but doesn't seem super important. Feels like queen f5 or something. Black has to have... Yeah, queen f5 looks good. Threatening queen g4, queen h3. He goes knight e4. Also smart, I mean, to kind of centralize the knight, cover the c5 square. He didn't like queen c5 check. When he wants g5. So g4, creating the h6 square. 25 seconds, but he doesn't go down in these positions. He defends. This is where you got to go for some endgame. Queen d2 maybe. And try to use the active king. Queen h1, Tani. 2 seconds. Jesse, he's like, what? Yeah, I don't know if there's a mate. I mean, knight g5 looks like a nice move. Get knight f3 check. But as soon as you move the knight, there's always queen c5 check. So I don't think Jesse wants to allow this. But g5, king h5. Because h3 is defended. Now Jesse's running low as well. This is very dangerous. Knight e5. Oh no. Oh, he's getting puzzle rushed. Okay, king e6. There's no mate. Oh, he's giving the knight. Oh, Jesse found a swindle. Alright, now he's totally winning. He has plenty of time. g5. Mate in 2. No, g5 the king runs, but anyway, take all the pawns. Oh, knight f6. Oh, very nice. Jesse's been doing his puzzle rush too. Let's go. Let's go, Jesse. He's got some puzzle rush. Beautiful. All right, what do we got here? King's Indian. We'll see what Tani has against the Petrosian variation. Oh, bishop g4. A little offbeat. Now he's probably going to give the bishop at some point. Go knight e5. Okay, officially white is a little bit better here with the two bishops, but these positions are very simple for black to play. You go rook e8, c6, queen c7, and you just kind of sit on the position. There's also possible maybe a6 here, just to stop any knight b5 jumps. And then rook e7, queen f8. Yeah, Tani knows. But still a little bit better for white. So I think Jesse should be happy with this one. He's got 2-0 so far. Well, I think Tani is definitely faster than Jesse, so Jesse's chances definitely lie more in the longer time controls. Okay, c5, big move. I think Jesse should take this one on passant, but he doesn't. It's against his nature. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's better just to ignore it. Yeah, Tanya is like 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. 2 points up. Nice time advantage for Jesse. Because it's not easy for black what to do. Like, he put his knight on e5, but so what? White can play f4 at any moment. Knight h5, wow. Wow, look at Fischer over here. Allowing bishop h5. I think he's going to take it. I would take it. Queen f5, yeah. Let's go after the pawn. Now knight e4 is coming. Yeah, knight h5 I don't think was good here. I think he literally just had to, again, just kind of sit on it. Rook e7, knight d7. This is no bueno. Very important for Jesse to win this game. If he doesn't win this game, it's going to be very tilting. Spassky Fischer, exactly. Bishop g5 looks very good. But bishop g5, maybe black has queen d7. And if you trade queens, the knight will be hanging on c3. So knight e4, yeah, he wants to just activate this knight. I like knight e4. Rook e5, yeah. But then there's still queen f5 and bishop takes c3 at the end. Okay, bishop g5 now. This f6 square. Looking real juicy. Okay, you can go queen e5 here. Should be good for white. Not really enough for the exchange. Yeah, g3 is good, just to fight against black's pieces. And king g2, f4. Veggie chips. Very healthy. Very addicting too. Possible to stop eating them. Okay, b5. I mean, what else? White has to, black has to do something because position is just lost, so might as well mix it up. Now maybe rook f1. Yeah, Jesse's playing with a passion so far. Very well warmed up. Rook takes f7. Oh, and then b6. Oh, but just latte, maybe knight f8 right at the end. b7, knight d7. Mm-hmm. Yeah, h4, h5 is a good plan here, of course. Hitting the knight. Yeah, 2-0. Okay, so he goes rook b5. So yeah, he covers this knight c5 threat, but he has to give up f7. I'm not sure if black had a good solution there, and he has 5 seconds, so okay, Jesse really needs to convert this one. Maybe rook h7 here. Yeah. Okay, now we can take on d6. No hope. Knight c4. Rook f7. d6, rook f7, any move. Knight d6, also good. All right. Nice job, Jesse. Got to take that early lead. Okay, I think they're going to take a quick break. Looks like next game is not starting just yet. It's under the info command. Cabbage. So far so good. 3-0. I think Tani may be a little bit nervous playing Jesse, but Jesse's gonna have his work cut out for him in the 3-1 and 1-1. Yeah. Yeah, this is part of the Tani versus the World series that they're doing on ChessKid. So he's been playing different matches and stuff. What's going on with the score? Score's not working? Something gives Tani 3 points. Not sure why that is. Maybe I'll see if I can get that fixed. See. Oh, no, that's not what we want. Alright, hopefully that gets fixed soon. In the meantime, let's see. Oh, next game has started. Alright, let's find it. Alright, what happened here? So, Tani this time went for c4. A little bit unusual. Takes. Jesse again goes for the endgame. Pretty sure BC is the main move here. Not sure if I don't think DC is really that good for black, but he just wants the endgame. Just wants it. I mean, White could have played castles here. That could have been annoying. Bishop d2. Yeah, I mean, it might be a good choice. If black gets the king to c7, bishop comes out to e6, I mean, black is going to be absolutely fine here. So all it takes is one inaccuracy for white to kind of lose the thread. Yeah, he just wants the endgame every game. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too, Flexo. So hopefully they fix it soon. Yeah, we're gonna get a little in-game sensei. All right, knight d7. So he would like to play bishop c5. Of course, there's always going to be rook takes d7. So I think knight is going to c5 instead. Then a5, bishop e6. You know, Jesse has been really working hard for this match. I mean, he's been practicing every day, taking it very seriously. I think he was really, really scared of Tani. b6 there just wasn't necessary, Jared, because black already had control over the c5 square, so there's no reason to move this pawn up and then weaken the c6 square, for example. But it might happen in the future if black needs to kind of reinforce this one. But at that point, it wasn't really necessary. Yeah, I'll be playing tomorrow, guys. I'll be playing the I Am Not a GM Speed Chess Championship. And that's going to be a very tough match. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but it's going to be pretty hard. That's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And I think they're going to watch it here as well. I'm going to do a little watch party. David is playing the #1 seed. I think Russian girl, Polina Shuvalova. And she's quite good. I mean, she's like basically grandmaster strength. Yeah. But I think David has a chance. If he can just get his blitz moving, you know, avoid flagging unnecessarily, I think he definitely has a chance. But if he loses a lot of games on the clock, then it's going to be a rough day. She prepped for the King's Gambit? Yeah, I'm sure she is. Yeah. Maybe not like, you know, super booked up, but yeah, I'm sure she's seen it once or twice. Well, Jesse has a nice safe position. It's about equal, but it is kind of easier for black to play. This knight on c5, pawn on a5. Well, I don't know, maybe white pushes b4. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. It'd be fun to meet David in the next stage. But yeah, well, we both have our work cut out for us. Okay, knight d8. So he wants to go knight f7, knight e5. It's passive, but only temporarily. Though at some point white could just go bishop d4 and just take that knight. So he goes e5. Ooh, this is a very annoying pawn sacrifice. Now he's just going to put the knight on e4 and stop black from getting any activity. I don't know if it's going to be enough to win the game, but definitely is something for black to deal with. Okay, now he goes b5. Knight f7. Yeah, I guess b pawn was hanging, huh? So he didn't want to go knight e4. Okay, knight e4. Now maybe rook a8. Try to activate. Okay, 3 maybe. I would like to be able to meet f6 with bishop f8 and not worry about my rook being stuck here. Rook d8 also logical. So it's not afraid of any b6. It's just going to go king c8. d6 was okay there too, I think. But he trades the rooks. And Jesse's saying that this pawn is not that special because it's always going to be blockaded and his king will always have a way in. But Tani's saying, like, no, he has a little bit of pressure here. Knight d6. You can go f6, but then bishop f8. Takes king e4. Black is still pawn up, but it's also still very passive. You can imagine king e7, c5, b6. And then bringing the bishop around to win this pawn. We'll have king f6 though. But then there's always zugzwang. So, for example, this one, here. And then bishop is just coming. And this would be lost for black, because black's bishop is dead. And then white wins the king and pawn endgame. Yeah, just come in. Push this one. Probably pushing this one. Black goes h5, something like this. White should win. Okay, let's go back to the game. So what happened? He didn't go c5. I think c5 was winning though. He goes here. Takes g4. Bishop comes back. But now black's bishop has room. And is not going to get zugzwanged. Yeah, so I think black should be okay now. White's still active, but I think black is fine. Yeah, maybe Brady. I think it's still dangerous though, because well, eventually you run out of pawn moves. So hard to say. Bishop can switch back. But yeah, that was probably the best try there. I mean, still, you know, not 100% that black holds this. But yeah, he's doing okay on the clock. There's always some trickies. And if white wins this e5 pawn, like, oh, well, now he wants to go bishop g3, actually. Okay, so h4, yeah, Jesse's trying to trade everything off. Bishop takes e5 here. And then he wants g3 takes h3. Who knows, actually? It might even... wow, it might even be problems for white. Because Jesse still has this b pawn. Oh, he takes like this. Wow, look at that. Dang, he just whipped up that counterplay out of nowhere. But no, this is lost. This is losing. The pawn's on b7. It's game over. Wow. What an endgame. Was not expecting Jesse to win that one. Oh man, and Tani's crushed. He's kind of laughing to himself. He's like, dang, I lost another endgame. Endgame Sensei strikes again. Oh man, poor kid. All right, he's gonna keep pushing though. All right, what do we got here? c6, e3, bishop e2, and b4. Okay, well, reverse French, King's Indian attack. Definitely a very sharp position, but it kind of feels like black is behind, right? White's already playing b5, and he's creating tons of play. Not sure if this is such a great opening for black. This feels very, very risky. Queen a4, rook b1. think white is just kind of ahead compared to the normal French positions where you would be playing them with black and having less time. Jesse snacking. He's in the zone. Total flow state right now from Jesse. Total flow state. Yeah, Jesse really putting the GM in endgame, huh? It's funny. Yeah, I have the Twitch from ChessKit up on the side here, so I'm just following the cameras to see if anything interesting or of note happens. Yeah, I can show the match clock. Give me 1 second here. That's a good idea. There we have it. There's the match clock. 16 minutes left in the 5-1 portion. Right now, Jesse winning 4-0. Disregard Tani's 4 points in the 1-1. That's a Excel, Google spreadsheet error. Queen c7, g3. Yeah, that's not going to work on Jesse. You can go h5, but then bishop a6, rook b7 is a problem. So bishop h3. I'm guessing he's going... Oh, bishop a6. Jesse. Jesse with the tactics. He wants bishop b7. Bishop takes rook. Simple. Bishop takes f1, he's just going to recapture. And then you can't stop something coming into b7. Brutal. So h5. Tani's just playing for the mate. And just going all in. Yeah, just giving the whole rook. But he can take, and he's got rook takes b8 whenever he wants. Yeah, so bishop takes f1, he's going to take with the knight. Defend everything. I don't think black is enough here. I think Jesse could be on his way to 5-0. Which is what he needs, because I think the bullet and the 3-1 is going to be very tough for him. So he's gotta put up some points here. Okay, queen e2, defending everything. Tani needs to find something, but it's down a lot of material. There's just an error on the score sheet. Okay, now he's got bishop takes e6 check. if he wants. And then he can take on d5. That was pretty good. Bishop c6. King moves, and then either rook b7 there or knight takes d5. I think just crushing. Yeah, on bishop f1, I think just knight f1. He doesn't do it. I don't know why he didn't. Probably just missed it. Always looking for the solid move. Alright, now g5. Now what? Maybe rook takes f6. Bishop c6, I think, was still good there. This is also good. Now it's 2 pieces for the rook. And some very strong pawns in the center. It's not over. It's still a game. But should be completely winning for white. Like +5 minimum. Yeah, Jesse, take it easy on the kid, man. He's just a kid, Jesse. Jesse. He's just a kid. No, guys, no. Don't think like that. You can't have any sympathy. Because once these kids start beating you, that's it. It's over. You know? I used to be at the same level as all of these like top juniors when they were 2400. And that was my last chance of beating them. Once they cross that barrier, you're never beating them again. So you have to take your chance. Yeah. It's the only chance. And then maybe when they're older, maybe they remember when you beat them so many times and, you know, they have more fear. Okay, queen b4. Once queen takes d2. But on queen d2, there's check, queen takes f6 with check, right? So it doesn't work. So if Jesse wants, he can bait him into it, maybe going like bishop e4. Yeah. There's also queen h8, queen e8, even stronger. Oh wait, that's just immediate mate. Oh, he missed mate. He missed mate. Jesse. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, I didn't see it either, but unbelievable. Okay, he's still completely winning. Oh, queen f6. Nice finish. He calculated till the end game. He was like, mate in 1, not good enough. I need an end game with 3 extra pieces. Okay, looks like one more game in this portion. 5-0 for Jesse. Let's see if he can make it 6 before the 3-1. Now Tani is going for a system that's near and dear to my heart, aka E3 poison. This is a little bit different. I'm sure Jesse should be all right here. Rook d8, queen b3. Yeah, it's a little tricky for black because you have to develop your light square bishop. So he goes e5, which weakens the d5 square, but Jesse feels like he can handle it. There's b5, but then knight a5 with a nice tempo, and white's the one who's a little bit behind in development here, so has to be careful. Bishop c4 though, that makes sense. Now what to do, because on bishop e6, can he take on e5? Probably not. Probably takes queen g5. It's probably pretty annoying. But now, okay, he's got to defend this one, I think. So maybe f6. You know, e4, knight f4. Yeah, a little loose, but he's got everything covered. Oh, Jesse's in the zone. He's focused. He is focused. It was in his contract for the match to behave. Yeah, if there's any time left, Skebix, they play another game. So even if there's like 5 seconds on the match clock, they play a new game in that time control. Okay, 94. So white starts jumping. Yeah, so far Jesse hasn't asked for any Vietnamese soup, which is a good sign. Once he starts asking and screaming about the soup, then it's a problem. Okay, a5. So on b5 he wants a4. And then he gets the a5 square for the knight. Yeah, the angrier Jesse gets, the more he wants the soup. He really puts all the blame on the soup. That's true, Chess Latte, that's true. Right now, Jesse's thinking something about coconuts and how the Zoomers have too much technology. Alright, goes for the end game. Oh, big win for Jesse there. He got the end game. Bravo. Bravo. Going for that end game. Alright, see you, Chess Brainiac. Have a good one. 97. Now, the issue here for white in the long run is that this bishop on b2 is very restricted by this pawn chain f6, e5, as was the knight on f3. So Tani's doing the right thing here by relocating the knight to c4. But yeah, the bishop is a real problem. Black's bishop is also very much restricted here, but is covering some nice squares. I don't think we're gonna... Well, actually, f5, right? I was gonna say, I don't think we're gonna see Jesse making this move, but a piece is a piece. Oh, but f5 he has knight c4. Yeah, I don't think Jesse wants that. I think he wants to keep this bishop locked in for as long as he can. Might have been fine though, but you know. Yeah, because of Jesse, I mean, so many people know the millennial trick now in Puzzle Rush. No one was able to solve those previously. No, the millennial trick is is when you play queen takes f2, check, followed by Queen f1 check. Rook takes f1. Rook takes f1. That's the millennial trick. There's also another trick with the animations. That one's a real trick. The millennial trick is taking a pawn and then sacking your queen for back rank mate. We came up with that one. That wasn't a thing before before millennials. Yeah, they would always miss those. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, what is Tani doing? Mate d6 takes. Well, it seems like white is doing still doing quite reasonably, I would say. But it didn't have to go for that tactic necessarily. I don't know, Koresh. I think that that advice is too simple to work. You know, if there was that easy to play against GMs, be a different game. Okay, knight c5 here looks solid. No, the bullet hasn't started yet. It's just a mistake with the score. I think they're gonna fix it during the break. All right, bishop c3 drops back. Bishop b4. Very interesting. Allowing black to get a past a pawn, but this pawn's gonna be weak. d6. I think the GM is going to have the upper hand no matter what. So I think the best thing would be to play to your strengths. So if you're better in complicated positions, play those. If you're better in quieter positions, play those. I think in general, adjusting your style of play to try to take advantage of the opponent is not usually a great strategy. And even worse against I think stronger players, because they're gonna be very happy to take advantage of your mistakes. Ooh, knight takes e5. Tani with the puzzle rush. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, that's a GG. Yeah. Jesse just resigns. That's the end of the 5-minute portion. So Tani gets one. Nice job. Very, very nice trick there. It's going to be 5-1 going into the break. And let's watch the instant replay here. Knight c4, rook c6. Boom! And the pawn is going to promote. But still, very good start for Jesse. Hopefully that doesn't tilt him too much. Tani wins an endgame. So that's got to be good for his confidence. Actually played that game very well, I think. Just kept the pressure and took advantage of the blunder. So next we're going to the 3-minute. I think they're going to give the players a couple minutes break and then get that started. So Jesse, still big lead. But now it's going to get faster and harder. So we'll see how he handles the pressure. Yeah, hopefully Jesse has his pre moves working. He's definitely gonna need them. That's for sure. Okay, it looks like they fixed the score. Keep an eye out on the broadcast. And they should be back pretty soon. So far, Jesse looking pretty sharp that last game, be it as it may. Yeah, very good match so far. Yeah, it's probably the new mouse pad. You think so? Cabbage has many games in the 1-1? Because, okay, there's 6 games in the 5-1, 3-1. Sure, David in the chat. The 3-1, let's see, it's going to be 45 minutes. Probably about 6 games or so. And the 1-1, I don't know, sometimes the 1-1 games, they can last like 3-4 minutes. Maybe 9, 10 games in the 1-1. Not sure. I feel like 8 to 10 somewhere. No, no way. 16 to 18. No, no, no. 25 minutes. Hmm. No, I don't think it'll even be 12 games because they have the 1 minute each. So that's 2 minutes. And they have the 1 second time control. So if the game is like 40 moves, then that's already like, and it goes down to, both players on seconds. Then that's like 2 minutes and another 80 seconds. So it's like at least 3.5 minutes per game if it's like 40 moves on average. Yeah, so it won't be too many. Won't be too many. Okay, looks like they started. And we got another London. Alrighty. Let's go. Let's go. Solid. Solid, solid. Double Fianchetto from Tani. Yeah, it's definitely enough to completely change the match. So bullet is very important. You can't neglect the bullet. Queen e2, knight d7. Bishop a6. All right, trading off the bad bishop for black. Somehow this one sometimes makes sense in these positions because this d5 pawn ends up being weak. But here black can always go e6. So I feel like black is totally fine. It's just a matter, like, what Jesse wants is to just not give black easy play. Like, black just essentially needs to do a lot of shuffling. Although I think Jesse hasn't really done a great job here because he's allowed e5, and now I would say black is completely fine. Still, a very simple position, and Jesse playing fast. That's very, very important. Staying ahead or equal on the clock. It's a 3-minute game, so he doesn't have that extra 2 minutes to try and squeeze the opponent. He can still put a little bit of pressure here. Queen b5, a5. Ask some questions. So queen c6, queen b5. Give me that endgame. He wants the endgame. Give it to him. Just give him the endgame. Don't do it, Tani. Queen e6. That is a problematic endgame because this pawn is weak. He takes. But how's he going to defend the pawn? Okay, he just goes d4. Oh, there's rook takes d5. Oh, you're right. That's why he didn't play queen e6, because there's 2 rooks taking d5 and then rook on e8 is hanging. So he goes for this one, but yeah, this is extra pawn. He does have, okay, he has a threat. He wants to take back on d4, take on d4, take on b5. So this is actually not so simple for white. You can go knight c6 here, take on a7, then rook takes b2. Kind of simplifies. But maybe white ends up with an extra pawn at the end. So knight c6 here, definitely an option. Okay, he goes rook c1. So he says, if you take, I'm going to eventually activate. e8 comes in. We're going to get a rook endgame. I think black should be fine, though. I mean, white's extra pawn is doubled. Even if it was a healthy extra pawn, it wouldn't be such a big advantage. Just rook b4 now, and I think we're gonna see our first draw. If anything, actually, black is the one who's better because white has to defend this ugly pawn with rook a2. So black's a little more comfortable here, but probably white is okay. We'll see if Jesse can trick the kid. Now, if black really wants to go all in, he can go rook d1 here. Start hunting. But that's always risky because white's king gets active. You allow counterplay. So rook c5 check. And looks like they're repeating. Yeah, I think if I'm Jesse, I'm fine with the draw here. I don't think white really has any right to play for the win. He doesn't want to go king b3 and block his own pawn. If king b4, then there's rook c2. Okay, rook b5. Now it's a little bit different. I think he still has to give check here. I don't think he has a big choice. And then king d3. Yeah, game drawn by repetition. Okay, next game. Tani playing from a different account, Tani USA. Very interesting. Going for some more e3 poison. Love it. e5 and c5. Very interesting. e5. So far, Tani hasn't really been able to get his positions, you know, sharp, tactical, dynamic. So far, Jesse has really done a good job of kind of dictating the uh, the nature of the positions that they're getting. This is another one, very strategic, closed position. I think white is already kind of struggling here. d7, 3. Seems like black should be fine. Could even take and go knight d7. Yeah, he takes. It's not a great structure for white. But knight c5 here, very important to cover this e4 square. We can go bishop c6, knight will drop back to c3 at some point, we can bring the rook back, b5 somewhere. I think black is better. And slowly pushing. Excuse me. F6. Wow, what's happened here? So knight came into d6, queen c7, and Jesse's just slowly rounding up this knight, f6. And this is not looking great for white. Everything's collapsing on the dark squares. If takes, he can just recapture. This guy's hanging, knight's hanging. Can also just take the knight immediately. FG, just move the rook. Tani's gonna have to come up with something. Queen g4. Well, that's something. e6 is hanging. Let's see, he can go f5, but he really doesn't want to go f5. Because then that allows white queen g3, allows them to solidify. So it goes knight c5, defending the pawn. There's a little bit of juice here now for white. Little bit of juice. If ef, I guess bishop d6 is okay. So rook d1. Takes e5. Now what? Because on bishop e5, knight is going to be hanging, right? Oh, that's it. Jesse's got this one. Tani has 4 seconds. All right. Big chance for Jesse. Win the first game. Queen f4 goes for the end game. And Tani's like, no. I don't want it. Takes. Can take on f2. There's no millennial trick, though. Back rank is covered. Maybe e3. There was a mate? I don't think so. No, queen defends g7, yeah? Takes. Oh, queen g2, he's got mate. Nice. Nice, Jesse. Takes another game. First game, the 3-minute portion. No, first game was a draw. This is the second game. Okay, what's going on here? Tani, he's broken out the 1g6. There we go. Yeah, Tani, this is what we need. But h3, Jesse's not going to allow any activity here. Rook e1. Yeah, I think it's a nice position for white. These are actually kind of tough for black to play. Bishop b3, knight goes to e5, queen d2. There's nothing special. h6, yeah, bishop h4, bishop f4 is probably fine there too. But this one is logical. Just keeping this kind of light pressure on the diagonal and always asking black if you want to go g5. If black does play g5, it's quite weakening. If they don't, then they have to deal with this pressure for the whole game. Tani plays g5, he doesn't want to deal with it, but now this diagonal has been weakened for the rest of the game. So white's main plan becomes actually, I would say, to trade the knight and play c3, or go knight e4, for example, and then c3, bishop c2, queen d3, and you have a ready-made attack in the position. Jesse goes knight e5. He says, go ahead and take on c3. I don't know about that, because then the bishop, well, it's going to be very strong, but I would really love to be able to transfer it to this other diagonal. Now maybe black can at least just always go knight d5 and plug the bishop, and here white would really love to be able to switch over. Maybe he's going to go c4, c3, and then bishop c2. Now this bishop is done. Okay, queen h5, that's a good start. Ooh, he's got knight g4, bishop e5 coming, then h4 somewhere as well. I think it's a very strong attack. Very, very strong for white. Oh, queen f6, knight g4, queen g6, endgame coming. I mean, that is a really nice endgame. So he's got to play. Oh, but what to do? Oh, no. Yeah, Tani's unhappy. he knows he's messed it up because queen g6 he's just gonna take and e6 is lost. So he's gonna have an endgame and be down a pawn. Not where you want to be. So queen f5. He says no endgame for you, but no, this is too much. Bishop e5, rook e5, it's all gonna collapse soon. Yeah, rook e5 here is game-winning threat. And he resigns. I think actually that's kind of a smart resignation because he's probably losing this game, and if he has any chance to come back, he needs more games in the match. How long until David steps into the ring with Tani? I don't know. I think they schedule these matches one at a time. Okay, let's see. Next game. And they're off. Okay, this game was another French. An e5. Tani on full tilt. He's like, I'm just going to open the position no matter what. Knight b4. Jesse wants that light squared bishop. And yeah, Jesse's openings are just way too solid for Tani. He can't get anywhere. And again, Black has just very comfortable position. He can just play the structure, jump around with the knights. There are no tactics to calculate. So, yeah. Yeah, Tani needs to be doing something different. Maybe like a King's Indian attack, or one of the sharper lines with Knight c3. I don't know. But yeah, definitely the openings have not gone his way, I think, in the match so far. I think Jesse's been getting like very, very like nice little pressure positions as white, where he can just apply a little pressure for the whole game, and then as black, he's just comfortably equalizing and just getting a very, very solid setup. But it's tough. What are you going to do? I mean, sometimes the opponent is just, they're prepped everywhere. But Jesse, I have to say, so far, I mean, I think he's played a great match. Like, he really, I mean, he's just been ducking and weaving. He just hasn't let Tani show his skills. And that's part of having good match strategy, you know? Very important part. Always double check. Thanks for the 21 months. You have to try to play to your own strengths and minimize the opponent's strengths as best you can. It's not easy, but that's what you got to do. Bishop g5. I think that was a good move there. Yeah, for sure. Goes knight d5, rook b4. Okay, queen can swing over here. Maybe queen h5. Maybe queen. Okay, goes queen g5, queen d5. Nice centralization. Maybe we'll see some h5 somewhere. Try to start harassing this bishop as well. I think black should be fine. White does have this plan, I was going to say, to try and round up this pawn, but it feels like black should be in time to do something. Worst case scenario, you move the queen and go d5 somewhere, but now when he moves the queen, the pawn is actually falling. So he goes here, he goes pawn grubbing. Mr. Jesse, pawns are not people, tries to capture a pawn because he's worried about white taking his pawn. And yeah, very logical, very logical. Wants to get this one just in time. Oh, but knight f1. Knight f1. Excellent move from Tani. Excellent maneuver. Queen e4. Oh, Jesse, he looks for the endgame. Oh, big move, because if he can get d5 in, then his pawn is very secure. And white's rooks will be in trouble. Got bishop e7 coming, knight d7, so on. So queen e4. I feel like this kid is sick of endgames. Not again. Yeah, queen c1. Okay, but now d5. Actually, knight d5 there is also, I think, interesting. F3. Okay, queen probably slides back to g6. F3 might be needed. It's definitely a weakening move, but what can you do? Oh, he's getting some. He's getting some endgame sensei in this match, that's for sure. I mean, it's tough. I don't know many kids that are, you know, can hold their own in the positional chess. It's very, very hard. But that is something that I've learned about playing Jesse and Blitz like every day for the last several days. He does not want complications. He doesn't want to calculate anything. He wants to keep it simple. When he's under attack, he just wants to like just try to escape into a bad end game. And so you that is exploitable, but it's not easy. You have to, number one, be willing to play very aggressively and get into a tactical mess. But yeah, it feels like Tani has been trying to play like very positional in this match, and yeah, it's not easy. Mm. Yeah, as far as the positional skills, Jesse is very good, but he's got some tricks as well, leaving the rook hanging. That was a nice one. But now this knight is hanging, and now Jesse's like, "Ugh, this is why I don't do tactics. What am I supposed to do now?" Well, he can take on b6, take on h3, but then he's worried about that b pawn. But I think that's what Black is gonna have to do here. Yeah, knight h3, king h2, and then he's gotta take on b6 to save his rook, and then just move the knight somewhere. Yeah. Now white gets rook takes a6. It's a little bit messy, but I don't think white really has enough with this b pawn. Queen f4. Oh, that's a scary move. I love this move from Tani. e5 from Jesse. Yeah, he just wants to get rid of that pawn immediately. And queen d6. No, it takes on b2. He misses it. This is probably a stronger move. But I don't know if he realized it was stronger or he just missed it. I feel like if he saw queen d6, he would have played it. Oh, and then he had queen b8 there. I mean, he loses the d5 pawn, but you get the endgame. Okay, probably rook b4 now. Rook a3. So black is up 2 pawns, but it's awkward. So rook e8. Now he's allowing white to take on... Oh, but queen d5, rook e3. Yeah, boss man doing very well. g5. Jesse down to 25 seconds. So he's got to be very precise here, very quick. Anything can still happen. 96. He's playing quick. He's focused. Yeah, this is a good example of what we might get in 1-1. Oh, rook h8. Rook h8. Jesse, what? Where's the puzzle? Oh my god. Jesse. Rook h8. The king is mated. Oh, and he saw it too. He saw it at the end. Jesse's super angry. Jesse was, this is the first 10 puzzles in Puzzle Rush. Yeah, sometimes you go crazy, but Jesse, you got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds to take a draw. Take a look around. Jeez Louise. All right. Well, he's still doing well, but yeah, kind of a miss. So there you guys see Jesse's potential weakness. You know, he will miss stuff like that, right, occasionally. Especially when under a minute. But here's the thing, it's hard to get that kind of position against the London. Q1, bishop h6. Okay, Tani looking for some activity here, but position solid for white. He doesn't really have a lot to worry about. 1 plus 0, it would be pretty tough. But okay, 1 plus 0 is like just a completely different game. You know, just clock chess. just, just straight up clock chess. Yeah, with Tanya, I think we play the same time controls. I guess a big difference there was I was also getting very good positions, but I was getting like big attacking positions that were very complicated, and then messing them up in the in the time scrambles. So Jesse's doing a much better job with the technique. Oh, takes. Should d3, d5, takes, knight e5, just trading everything off. Yeah, this is a run out the clock situation. 19 minutes left in the three portion. 8-2 for Jesse. Yeah, if you can keep like a 6-point lead heading into the bullet, that's gotta be pretty comfortable. Though Tani is a bullet beast. Really we'll have to see. But so far so good. Rook ad1. Nice and easy. Rook ad8. Maybe bishop f6. c4. And he's getting the bind. Queen c3, bishop f6, rook e2, rook de1, pick up the e pawn. Starting to look a little difficult, troublesome for black. Yeah, the master's touch. e3. Yeah, black needs to switch it up, so it goes rook e4. Probably double next. Yeah, a little bit annoying for white. The bishop d4, securing the pawn. Maybe king h1, but queen g3, this queen can slide in. This could get really tricky for white, actually. He's going to have to kind of bunker up and defend. Yeah, I think they will host put, and I think we'll raid them once the match is over, so you guys can hear the post game interview. Queen b4, starting to poke white from this side, and there's some tactics here. There's some stuff that's possibly hanging. Maybe f4. What's going on in f4? F4 looks very annoying. Or maybe queen h4, huh? But queen h4, then there was rook takes d4. Tani, why not f4? Queen h4, rook takes d4. Seemed like it was good for black. Well, I guess you could still take. That rook is defended, actually. So maybe it wasn't working. So he goes bishop g5. Bishop h4. Ooh, queen b2. Jesse was ready for that one. Jesse's got the puzzle rush tricks. Rook e5, though. Oh, man. Rook e2. Black desperately needs to get this bishop back on the diagonal. Yep. Bishop f6. Now watch out for rook takes d5, maybe. Okay, not anymore. Queen c2. Looking to trade. Can you go rook takes e3 here? Queen e7, he gives the rook. Okay, I mean, it's good compensation. I don't know if it was necessary, but white is still going to have to deal with with this pressure. Not easy. Not easy. Queen h4, queen g3. Queen h4 probably. Bishop e5, okay. Maybe drops back. I could see Jesse taking a draw here. He's got a big lead in the match. No, he plays on. Rook f3. Okay, but this is risky. E5. Look at this. Look at this positional compensation. Just a5. Your rook is not better than my bishop. That's what Black is saying. h5. Yeah, you've got two pieces. I've got two pieces. What's the big deal? Well, Jesse has a different opinion. He's like, eventually my rook will open. Yeah, I think Black still has some very decent compensation here, but we'll see. Just hard for White to activate. Maybe bishop here. Queen f1, queen e5. We'll see, we'll see. I think it'll be tough for White to convert this one. He can do it, but it's tricky. Oh, Tani, no. No, no, no. He went for the endgame. Oh, that's no good. Oh no, now White should be winning. Yeah, he had no time there. But now he's gonna get the rook out, and yeah, now the rook is working. Alright, Jesse, don't repeat. You did all this work to win. Yeah, d6 maybe. Rook f4. Ooh, Jesse. Jesse with the king and pawn endgame, but no way. No way. He's going to win this one. He's going to push f5 and it's game over. No chance. No chance. And yeah, sorry, Tani. That was a close one. I thought Black was doing quite okay. I think just a couple decisions there maybe were a little bit too much. All right, next game. We're back to this, but yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I like this opening very much, but I think it suits my style and not so much Tani's. Because this is really, really slow. Okay, though. Jesse here decides to throw the kid a bone, takes on f3, and gives him a game. Now at least White has some targets, something to play for. Yeah, it's hard to root for Jesse when he just uses the London to try it out. Yeah, I'm rooting for Tani in the 1-1 as well. Wouldn't it be great though if, let's say, Tani gets it to, I don't know, to like 6-5 points here and then just adopts him in the bullet, wins the match. I mean, no, we're rooting for Jesse, but I think that would be something to behold. Yeah, Jesse needs a big enough lead that he can. But you know, I play Jesse in the bullet. I mean, he's fast. You know, once he knows it's bullet, the problem is some players have a hard time adjusting. You know, they've been playing slow the whole game. Now they have to speed up, and it's hard to adjust. But if you're playing bullet the whole game, then I mean, Jesse he can definitely focus. Yeah, this game okay. I mean, so far I think Jesse has played this beautifully. Just totally blocking up White's position. It's just left with this bad bishop. And Black gave up the light square bishop, but has all the light squares in the position. Now h5 is a big threat to win this pawn. Not sure if White had anything he could do about that. Ooh, yeah, it's rough for White here, because if the king goes to e2, then... Whoops. always going to be bishop takes f4. Bishop f3 takes, bishop g2. Just go queen g4 maybe. And yep, where's the end game? Okay, this one white definitely should not take. Maybe queen c2. Yeah, it definitely feels like it hasn't really been Tani's day so far. Going for the end game. Now knight g4, and yeah, just a fantastic position for black. Maybe rook e3. Next, he's got some knight h2 checks. Yeah, very anti-kid, exactly. Tomorrow, actually, I'm playing my match tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Gonna be fun. Yeah, knight h2 looks good. I think king g2. I mean, it's not over, but he can take, queen takes, and then he's got queen g4. Oh, he takes on e3. Jesse sacrificing a piece for the first time today, and maybe in his Blitz career. Well, it looks very good. Looks very good. Queen takes f4 coming. White's position completely collapsing. Rook coming in. And white's extra piece here is bishop on b2, right, not really participating. As far as the king side is concerned, black is actually up quite a bit of material. Very, very tough here for white. Can't go knight e2 because the bishop is hanging. So he tries rook g2. Takes. f2. Now I think white might be threatening something, so might want to get out of the way here. Probably could go rook e8 as well, but yeah, bishop takes d5. I don't think you would really want to allow that. Where's he gonna go? Knight f5. Ooh, he's playing for the counterplay. Knight g3 check. But what's gonna happen here exactly? Bishop takes d5, knight g3 check, king g2. Stuff is still kind of hanging there. Black. He goes knight e2. You can just take that, right? And then knight g3. Takes, I guess, king takes. But then it feels like has to be winning for black. Rook e8 there. Rook e3. Yeah, he takes it. Bishop takes, but no. Now knight g3, and I mean, minimum he can go for the endgame. He can go for the endgame, but maybe queen g3 is stronger. Oh wait, bishop b4 check. Also, yeah, bishop b4 was good there, right? I mean, there's bishop c3, but then yeah, I think a lot of stuff was hanging there for white. Okay, but he gets his endgame. He's got 4 pawns for the piece. It's a lot of pawns. I think black is definitely better here. f5 allows bishop g5. Maybe f6? Slow it down, boss. Maybe rook e1. Okay. Yeah, Jesse's been practicing a lot, so he's in good form today. Although I think he missed bishop g5, but he's still all right. f4 maybe there was good. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. But rook e1 just trading it down. Oh, h3. Oh, 2 bishops. Can't stop the pawn. So king f3. Now what to do? Hard to convert this for black because the pawns are scattered. The king is inactive. Okay, bishop here covering the king. G3, keeping the chances alive. I mean, objectively, who knows what's going on? I mean, it's still black with a lot of chances here, though sometimes you can lose this as well if things go wrong. The two bishops get frisky, but here it looks like he's starting to put pressure. F4 now. Oh, and that's it. He had F3. He gets the piece back. And now this should be winning. I mean, this pawn is way too strong. So much material on the queen side here. Black's just going to make a second pass pawn and win the game. I think this is very simple. Just take and king walks in. There's too many pawns. Now, if black had like one pawn left, then yeah, white sacks the bishop for it and draws with the wrong color rook pawn. But here there's just too much material. And yeah, Tani should definitely resign. Keep more time on the clock. And looks like they'll get one more game in the 3-minute portion. But Jesse, big lead, 10-2. Should be enough to withstand the bullet. But we'll see. Doesn't feel like Jesse's is touchable right now. So it might be mathematically possible to catch up, but okay, the way things have been going, it's going to be very tough. Excuse me. Don't worry, Tani. You can still trash him in the bullet. No one will blame you. Yeah, that's right, chess lover. It's gonna be a very tough match for me. I mean, Canty is he's fast, he's strong. Jesse is definitely it definitely would be the favorite. I mean, we've done a bunch of these training matches, and actually, first one was like 6-6, and then they've been pretty close. Yesterday definitely was not a great day for me, but I mean, Jesse is a solid 2700 Blitz player, so that's pretty fast. Yeah, I mean, here, oh, actually, I should flip it. Tanya goes for this one. He gets the dark squared bishop, but yeah, structure is very weak on the king side. Now white's just gonna start hopping in. So now white has two knights and a bishop against two bishops and a knight. So it's gonna be all about these light squares. White's gonna try to dominate. Yeah, oh buddy. Whoa, buddy. Okay, knight f3. Yeah, I think starting with queen h5 was also very logical there. But this makes sense, bringing the knight to d4. Queen d2. Queen d2 and takes. f6, white can just ignore that, because if black takes, the knight just hops in. Lots of weaknesses in black's position. You know, I think this match will be very beneficial for Tani, because it's really kind of showing him, you know, these are the positions that he's struggling with, and it's something to work on. It's really not easy, but it's a big rite of passage to learn how to play against the old guys. Learning how to mix it up properly against them. Queen e2, just keeping the tension. Rook ad1. Yeah, tough position for black. Because you have this tension, you don't really want to release it, but white can take at any moment and just plop the knight on e5, and then the bishop ever trades for the knight. White is always better, the better light squared bishop. And this f4 pawn also not really going away. Ooh, there's knight h4 ideas. Very, very dangerous. Bishop c2, queen d3 coming. Okay, takes. Yeah, now queen h5 looks like money. Okay, bishop g6. Not sure I'm seeing the follow-up here after rook e7. Yeah, I'm not sure actually when Tani got his FM title. Probably recent. I think it was pretty recent for Canty as well. I think it was just a few months ago that he got it. Okay, bishop shot. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know what this bishop was doing on g6, but this makes sense. This is a plan we can get behind. Canty said FM. I'm not sure if that's right. I feel like I just recently saw a post that he got his FM. Could be wrong though. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I saw like an announcement that he just recently got his FM title. Yeah, you do have to apply to be an FM. I mean, all you need to do is hit the rating. But yeah, there's a fee associated with it. I don't know. Maybe he did get it before and he only just now applied for it. Yeah, the fee is a one-time payment. I mean, I did it almost immediately. It's very useful for teaching lessons and stuff. And oh, this has to be winning for white. Queen and rook. King is in trouble here for black. Has to be mate. Queen d1 maybe. G4? No, g4, king h4. Okay, takes this one. I mean, black has no play. Rook g4, mate in 1. Jesse, what's with the... Jesse. All right, he found it. He found it. Queen h1. All right, guys, that wraps up the 3-minute portion. Man, Jesse, aka the Walter White of chess, Breaking Bad against Tani, and just taking a colossal lead, 11-2. We're gonna root for Tani in the bullet. Hopefully, he can score some points, get some punches in. That's very important for these matches. Even if you lose, you got to try to at least win some games. So you can beat this guy. You can beat him. Maybe not this time, but maybe next time. Right, they're gonna take a break, so probably it's gonna be a couple minutes before the bullet starts. Yeah, I think Tani's only won just the one game. Michiko, thanks for the 15 months. Yeah, Jesse's oh man, playing very sharp. Yeah, he's been on fire today. The puzzle rush has been working. Jesse used to make fun of the puzzle rush, but now I think he owes it an apology because it really got him into shape. And he pulled some puzzle rushes today in the match. But yeah, we want to see Tani deliver some wreckage in the 1-1. It's all on the mouse pad. I think Jesse did see that he missed Rick H8. I mean, because he looked he looked pretty shocked at the end. He was like, "Oh no, what am I doing?" Yeah, very good play from Jesse. He really was preparing very seriously. That's true. Funny. I don't agree with Billy Corgan though. I think Ed Harris. Ed Harris for Jesse. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna get some more water, and yeah, we'll catch the bullet. Oh, they've started. All right, let's find the games. Hey, Anonymous. Thanks for the tip. All right, we got another IQP position. Generally, I like these for white. Jesse, wow, he's really down on the clock. Tani's much faster out of the gate here. c5. Now Tani's the one that wants the endgame. Ooh. See how Jesse handles this one. The endgame's not really great for black. That c6 pawn is gonna hang. Jesse thinking, ooh, rook c8. Subtle. Subtle. I say just go for the endgame, take on f6, take bishop d3. Rook c2 is building up. Now that allows knight e4. Jesse avoiding the queen trade. What? I can't believe my eyes. Running into knight d4 as well. Okay, knight e4, queen d4, f6. Tani's gonna look for some kind of break. Yeah, b5, bravo. He wants to take twice on c8 and take on d5. So Jesse has to go c5. Queen drops back. Jesse, he's working. Queen d6, a4, bishop's coming to a3. Black needs to think about maybe this one. What to do? g5. Okay, he wants to rip open that king side. Jesse down to 9 seconds. Ooh, queen d5. That's a big miss. Oh, Tani's got this now. Knight d2. And he's up a pawn. Good endgame. Can Tani convert? Should be able to, but we'll see. Jesse, he finds a way to keep it going. Rook d7 here, maybe? d7, a6. He goes rook b4. b3 now. Bishop c5. Now time to get the king in, Tani. I don't know about bishop d4. I think that was too soon. But okay, he's going to be up a pawn here. Rook behind the pawn. Getting the king in. Very good. Very good. Now maybe rook f3. Okay, he goes f4. Okay, h4. d5. Just push the pawn. Oh, why'd he go back with the king? That was unnecessary. Oh no, I don't like what Tani's doing here. I loved his rook on the third rank defending g3. Black has no counterplay. You just start moving the king in. Ooh, rook c5. Oh no, I don't like what Tani's doing here. His king is cut off now. And his rook is stuck. He can't make progress. I think black is saving it. Yeah, I just needed to activate the king. Oh. Okay. Well, now it's winning again. I think it was fine. Now it's totally winning. Tani should be able to do it. He's just way ahead. Black's king cut off. Just no chances. Yeah, it's going to be resigns. Okay, Tani takes the first game. Bravo. And it's down. Back to b6, bishop b7. Yeah, well, okay, bullet has never been our focus. What's Jesse's bullet strength? I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I'm about 2,500, and I think Jesse's somewhere around there, maybe a little higher. h4. Jesse going for the attack. See, these are the kinds of openings I think Tani should have been playing. Oh no, this one is still, again, Jesse found a way to make it strategic and not as tactical. 2,400 tops? I don't think so. I mean, me and Jesse score pretty evenly in bullet, and I'm definitely around 2,500, so. Queen f3. Oof. Yeah, this does look good for white. Absolutely. Okay. Well, he's won the exchange, but the position is gonna explode here. So I don't know. Still chances. Jesse has a nice lead on the clock. Yeah, he's just gonna develop. He doesn't care about that H pawn. He wants that E pawn. He wants to push E6, Bishop F4, win in the center. Yeah, E4, B6. D4, good move. Good move, Tani. Exactly what black needs. Open up the position. Ooh, knight takes B4. Wow. Yeah, UI is pretty similar. Should be 4. Maybe knight D5 here. He trades. Not sure about that trade. Why trade the bishops? Queen. No, Tani. What are we doing? Maybe he felt like he had to because of E6, but I don't know. I don't think we want this endgame, Tani. Okay, 30 seconds for Jesse. It is still very complicated. And you know what? Actually, I'm starting to see black's point. I mean, B5. These pawns are running. Actually, this is a very sharp endgame. This is really sharp and not easy for white. I mean, white's better, but he has no time. Oh, if I'm Jesse, I would repeat there 100%. Jesse's confident. B5. E3. Oh, a little tricky. He gets the material back. Oh, now he's got a rook in game, and now, I don't know if white's winning this one. Oh, but he's got F4. Oh no, I think he messed it up. Yeah, I think black's fine now. Well, he could have gone rook d2 and cut off the king. Actually, I think this is still actually very annoying for black. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. He gives the pawn, but the king is cut off, so this will be tough. Yeah, you know, there's often tactics in the endgame. It looks like Tani's found a nice little defensive construction here, just keeping the rook active. And I think once the king gets behind, then yeah, black should be okay. Don't blunder rook f4. But never easy to hold these positions. And also in terms of the match strategy, there's 20 minutes left on the match clock. White can play this out for another 30, 40 moves and take off a lot of time, which I think is what you want to do if you feel like there's a chance your opponent can come back. Ooh, rook b5? But he's taking the pawn. Yeah, 17, I mean, it's a draw, you know, if you ask the engines, but at various levels of play, it's not necessarily an easy draw to hold. In fact, I would say it's pretty tricky. So you can say, oh yeah, objectively it's a draw, but yeah, there's a difference between this kind of draw that it's easy and F and H, which is very hard. You know, GMs have lost it many times. GMs have also lost, you know, rook and bishop against rook, which is also supposed to be drawn. So it's never that easy. Okay, Tani's back to the E3 poison, which is funny because now I'm pretty sure David is going to be attacking this opening on Chesskit. David's not a fan of this one. And I probably agree with him for Tani. I don't think it's such a great choice. Yeah, it's never as easy. Let's see it from Jesse's side. So, what do we get here? Opposite sides castling. All right, some juice. D6. Now white should start pushing the pawns, like G4, H4. Maybe just H4 here. Okay, goes King B1. Yeah, so far Jesse's bullet has been absolutely fine. E5, A4. Maybe E4 now from white, I think. You gotta push back. BA4. How about this? Opening up the B file. Starting to look good for black. Rook B8 here. A3. Yeah, I think you can take. I feel like you can take on D5 there too. Didn't really see any tactics for black. But he goes Rook B1. Which is definitely safer, but maybe not necessary. B6. Guess he's trying to trade the knights. Now it's a little bit loose around white's king. So yeah, Tani goes for the again. Tani goes for the endgame. I think that's a good call. Jesse doesn't want it. Rook C1. Tani's at 4 seconds. Maybe A3. I would just put the pawn on A3 for black. I think that's so unpleasant. Okay, Queen C3. Now the queen drops back. Let's put it on F6. Okay, Queen D7. Gotta go A3. Now Rook C8. You got back rank ideas. Come on, Jesse. Millennial trick. Oh, he's going for a different version. He wants Queen B1. Okay, Queen B2 forces the endgame. Yeah, he's got 8 seconds. Oh, and he wins this pawn. Okay, only black can be better here. He's got the 2 pawns. Rook E5. Rook F6. He can take, though. Tani can just take and stop the F pawn and then run the A pawn. Oh, he blew it, guys. He blew it. He blew it. Jesse, rule of the square. Rule of the square. Jesse. Jesse, what have you done? All right, I think he's going to play it out. Try to run out the match clock. It's probably, maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, he just resigns. Dang, Jesse. But I don't think he gets the king to G2 because white can just, like if he goes here, white can just do this one. And then here. Yeah. Okay, next game. So Tani, 2.5 in the bullet so far. And now he's playing the hippo. Nice, dude, nice. And look, his position's fine. You know, maybe he should have been playing this stuff in the 5-1. His position's absolutely fine here. With 14 minutes left. So it's not a guarantee that Tani will even get enough games if he wins out, but he's still in this. He's still in this, especially if he catches fire. Jesse starts getting frustrated, starts calling out for some Vietnamese soup. You never know. You never know. Okay, RD born. I think that's a little strong. Wouldn't say they're gross, but could have been different. But you know, that's the thing. A lot of times these players or players try a different opening, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But there's no harm in trying different openings. It's good for the eventual development. Okay, Jesse sacks the exchange. No, the hippo is a good setup. I mean, lots of people play the hippo at high levels. You know, in blitz. Okay, this is looking decisive. Queen a6, queen a8. Oh wait, queen c6, queen a6. But then okay, you're walking into discovery there. Yeah, I would say Tani's strong enough to choose his own lines. No way. This has gotta be crushing. Knight d5 here looks good. Just bringing the knight back and hitting hitting b6. Black's piece is just not able to get into the game. So just too much juice. If queen b7, queen b5 is mate. So queen e6, but yeah, everything collapses. Ooh, queen b7, he's got knight c7. Nice. Jesse bouncing back, showing that he too can blitz in the bullet. All right, next game here. And we got a French. All right, b3. Some offbeat stuff here from Tani. But I like it. Not making Black's life easy. Jesse, though, seems fine. Yeah, not that I know of. Inf that box. Oh, we got an endgame. How'd that happen? I look away for 2 seconds and Jesse finds an endgame. Takes. Nice. Oh, he's satisfied. King e7, rook coming to d8. Black is getting the dream slightly worse position. Dream position, slightly worse. No, he's fine actually. Bishop comes to b7. He's totally okay. Bishop d4 next if he wants. Yeah, I think he's gonna go bishop d4 here. Bishop d6. That's surprising. And Tani takes on f6, also surprising. But he trades off the light square bishops immediately. And okay, he gets knight versus bishop. I mean, I think in bullet, the knight is really, really annoying to deal with. So, yeah, I totally sympathize with this choice. And it doesn't take on c5, just keeps the knight. Oh, but now Jesse's going to hack this knight off. He's going to hack. No, what? Jesse, you got to take the knight. Wow. Jesse really loves the bishop. Yeah, it's been mildly annoying. I don't know. It hasn't really bothered me that much, to be honest. In terms of having to find the game. It's just a few extra clicks. Knight c3. No, I mean, objectively, I think Black is quite okay here. Ooh, b4. Don't take that. But, yeah, in bullet, I'm always nervous about playing against the knights. There's always something. Yeah, so rewind to see the opening moves. I don't know. It honestly hasn't bothered me that much. G5. Yeah, 1+0 is definitely a different game. That's for sure. Jesse, what another pawn in game blunder? It's like this is the third pawn he's let promote on his watch. Oh man. All right, he's gonna bring the king back, but no, knight d7. It's GG. It's b6, can't touch the knight. Yeah. Game over. All right, Tani. Well done. Another endgame win by Tani. All right, next game. Okay, what do we got here? Another g6. Looks like we get the so-called rat. Takes. Yeah, just gives up the light squared bishop. Classic bullet opening. Yeah, this is a kid that plays bullet. You know, I don't think Jesse's really concerned with running out the clock. He's got a 7-point lead, less than 8 minutes to go in the match, so he's very comfortably ahead. Yeah, it's virtually impossible. So yeah, no, I think wasting time is a good match strategy if you're ahead, but it's not really necessary if you're ahead by a wide margin. And then a certain, you have to be a little careful too, because if you're focused on just like running out the clock, like you forget about actually, playing good moves. So I would say like there's something to be said about keeping the focus on what's important. Okay, you can run the clock down a little, 10 extra seconds, but is that really the thing to focus on, All right, Tani forcing the endgame. And I don't blame him. I mean, endgame here is actually very nice for black. See, I think he should have been playing the blitz stuff the whole match rather than just saving it for the bullet, because I think he could have outplayed Jesse in these positions earlier as well. Yeah, Firouz Artemiev makes sense. Yeah, there have been a few matches that could have been decided because one player could have stalled it out and stuff and didn't realize. No, it has nothing to do with morality. I mean, in football, they run out the clock, and they do it in basketball. I mean, they do it in like literally every sport. There is a strategy to try to run out the clock. I mean, it's very normal. I mean, if it's anything, it would be sportsmanship. Morality wouldn't even be the right word to use. It would be a question of sportsmanship, if anything. But no, I mean, it's perfectly logical. I mean, to play against the yeah, if I have a big lead, I'm definitely gonna be milking the clock as much as I can. But why is it disrespectful? I'm not getting the disrespect. Oh, I think black messed it up. Yeah, because white's king is in time. Oh, but king e4? But the endgame's going to be unpleasant. Huh. You can take on a4. Okay. Oh, because you couldn't go to the b file. Yeah, it seemed like it was winning somehow for black, but now black is definitely in very good shape. King takes g3. King g4 now. And then queen f5. Should be winning. I think white's king. Yeah, queen f4, game over. Oh no, he's going to move the king to e7. King e7. King e6. All right, GG. Next game. Well done, Tani. We got another hippo. Yeah, he's just gonna keep going here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm really getting the argument. I mean, when you play good moves, you're also denying the opponent chances to beat you. Like if you're winning the game and you continue to play good moves, I mean, okay, I feel like people are now getting a little feisty. I was just trying to have a normal conversation about whether it's disrespectful or not, and people are now trolling and making jokes. Okay, another endgame. I think actually White has to be a little careful. White's got to be a little careful here. Black king can enter. Bishop a6 check maybe? Oh, knight f3, that's wise. Stopping the king from coming in. But yeah, I think, as long as something is within the rules, I feel like it should be, generally should be pretty okay. That's funny said. Yeah, I also don't think it's, some players think it's disrespectful to like play for the flag. Like if you're losing on the board and you just try to play fast moves and flag your opponent. I mean, guys, that's the whole point of playing without increment. The whole point is to flag your opponent. That's literally like the point of the game, is to win on the clock. Winning on the board is secondary, but winning on the clock, you win the game. So, yeah, I never really understood it. Wait, is it actually seen unsportsmanlike to run out the clock in football? I mean, I thought. Wait, are you talking American football or like normal football? Because in American football, they take a knee like every game. That's like a very normal strategy. In basketball too, one team tries to just hold on to the ball as long as possible, and the other team, has to foul them or something to stop the clock. Yeah, it's part of the format, exactly. Oh, just C1. I missed the game. Nice. The king enters and gets in. I think time is up, guys. So that's going to be the last game of the match. Jesse's done it. Wins the last game. Wins the match against Tani. Well done. 13 and a half, 6.5. Wins one for the old guys, which is good because if he lost today, then we would have lost all hope for us in the future. Alrighty, everyone. Well, I don't know anything about soccer, so I won't talk about that. But in basketball and football, I feel like it's American football. I think it's quite common. But anyway, guys, congrats to Jesse. I'm sure he's very relieved he did not embarrass himself today. I think he actually played a very good match. I think he had a lot of good games, very solid stuff, lots of good end games, lots of queen trades, some good tactics too. He found some puzzle rushes. It wasn't just Tanya with the puzzle rush. So well done to Jesse. All right, guys, we're gonna raid Chess Kid, so you can watch the post game interview and say hello to David. Bring some dojo love. I'm actually gonna be back on this channel very soon. In about 20 minutes, I'm gonna be teaching tonight's U.S. chess school. It's gonna be a fun class on. We're gonna be going over some examples of attack and defense. So it'll be fun. Alrighty, y'all. Have a good one. Absolutely. See y'all. Catch you next time.